Hey, what is up, guys? We're back here on Fallout again, and
Can you hear me?
this stuff was happening.
Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
And that makes it official, folks. The final vote count from the
Turn down the goddamn radio!
in favor of
I'm
joining
trying to
the
sleep!
California Republic.
I was such a dummy back then.
Remember,
What did
you
I
are
know about how the
experiencing these
world
memories
worked?
as Kellogg. This
Mom
may
knew
prove
how it was.
disorienting at first.
She wasn't soft, but she loved me
This doesn't
in her
seem to be
way.
what we're looking for.
And she protected me from
There
Dad.
appears to be another intact memory.
That cost her more than a
close to
few
you in
beatings.
temporal sequence.
I never
There.
knew what happened to her after I left.
Try that one.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her.
What the hell?
If she'd never met me,
Wait,
she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for
Let's
one
keep
second.
looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
shit's weird. What the fuck? Parkour?
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know,
I found another
they
memory
died
to try.
like
I'll connect
dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
Well, okay then. I'm guessing it means that they killed his family. That's a good enough motive for him to kill mine. I should become a detective.
Mind if we
Liquors.
sit down?
Suit yourself.
So,
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Doesn't seem like that was the right one, so I just skipped it.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
This nigga's got balls.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
Systems offline. Shutting down.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis suspended.
Vault computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready. Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent
Wasn't
memory.
my idea to settle down with the
Good news, I
kid in the
think.
middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Okay.
Oh boy. Piper's really done it this time. I mean, I'm not saying she's right, but Mayor.
This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up. Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City.
Cheer up.
I thought it was a terrible idea, actually.
Oh my god.
But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family.
I don't see any.
I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
If you never shut up, I'm gonna slap you.
Kellogg.
There we go.
It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off. Just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
What? But we never see the kid.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Okay, how do I leave? Oh, shoot.
It's all over but the grind. And nobody's crying but me. Friends all over know I'm crying.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
But
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good. But I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
We got what we needed. The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out.
Yes.
Okay, but
Their
how are we
greatest
supposed to
secret
teleport
has
with them?
finally been revealed. But that only leads to more questions. How does it work? Where do we go next?
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil, we need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Well, okay guys, we'll go to the glowing sea next time. See you guys next time on I Suck Ass at This Game. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call it. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. But yeah, I know this episode's kind of cut short, but like I said, on the last episode, if you guys watched it, I have somewhere to be, and I never actually left. I just ended the episode, and then they texted me like, "Oh, you can just come a little bit later. They haven't left yet." And so right now I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna do some stuff that people should know about. So I'll see you guys later.